guys, it's Kelly. I am back with another process video. This layout I made several months ago. It has just been finding time to do the voiceover, so bear with me as I go through this. I am using this paper by Paige Evans. It's the pink paisley line Fancy Free, I believe. And I am also using this cut file by Ashley Horton from the Cut Shop. And I am going to back all of the hearts with some of the patterns in this paper. Now, this quilt-like paper, I've seen in a lot of different ways. And for me, I just loved all of the different patterns represented on it. And I decided that what I wanted to do was to showcase mostly the blues and the greens and the yellows. However, I didn't quite have enough pattern papers to just have those colors. So I do bring in a couple of the softer corals. However, if I had to give this layout a color scheme, it would definitely be the blues, greens, and the yellows. So I am trying to figure out at this point if I want to back all of the hearts or if I want to leave some of the hearts open, with the white space. I really like white space, and I like leaving some things, I've seen, I guess, layouts that have cutouts with them from the die cuts and you just see below the white, and I've liked that, but I wanted to see which way I really wanted this one to go, and I ultimately decided to back all of the hearts that would be visible around the photo, just because I really loved the patterns, and I felt like since there was still 1/3 of a white border on the side of the silhouette cut, that would give me enough white space. So I'm just trimming down the little squares a bit more because I didn't want to have to worry about the papers overlapping another heart and then have to go back and cut through, just trim them down so you wouldn't see. So that just took a second, and I am not going to show you this whole painstaking process of gluing every pattern down, but what I do is I just make sure that the patterns are spread out. So if it's a dark blue, there's going to be a dark blue a couple of places on the page as opposed to right beside one another. So this beautiful piece of paper I have decided to use as a just to map behind my photo because it brings all of the colors and the hearts together on one pattern. And to help offset it, I'm going to mount it on this dark navy. And I just think that helps everything pop, and it allows you to see all of the different colors that I have brought out. So at this point, I'm just trying to figure out my layers behind my photo. This photo is of my husband and my kids on Father's Day. And if you have followed me for a while, you may remember that I have done another layout with my father and kids. And I'm going to put these two layouts together. So it was the perfect, thing for me to use the same collection that I used before. So if you don't do double page spreads, but you like to have things, coordinate, using the same collection is an easy way to make pages coordinate without having them necessarily match. I don't do that often though. However, if I know that I'm going to have two pages go side by side, and if I feel like it, I will do it. And if I don't feel like it, I don't. I'm pretty much whatever goes with that. So at this point, I have just pulled out a few of the die cuts and the title just to see what I want to go where. And I knew that I wanted to use some of the buttons, and just I'm playing around with it, trying to get an idea on where things are going to go. And I end up using one of the buttons, and I don't end up using that tag. I go through the ephemera again and pull out some different things. So what I'm getting ready to do off camera is I'm going to sew down the middle of the hearts with silver thread, and I'm going to do that just to help bring everything together. And I will have to say that I have read or seen comments about people saying that they're having trouble with metallic thread, and I've used gold thread without a problem, but this silver thread made me want to hurt myself because it broke a needle that I had replaced not too long ago, and the thread was snapping, and it was just a bear trying to get the the stitching down the hearts. But once you start it, you have to finish it. So I did. And I decided to pull out a glassine bag. I like glassine bags for a couple of reasons. Number one, I like that it's similar towards vellum, and it gives a nice texture and a crinkle bit, and you can also tuck tags under or in the bags and have some hidden journaling. So those are a couple of my reasons that I really enjoy using that. So the title, you saw me move it around in multiple places, and what I wanted to do was do something a little bit different with the title, and so I ultimately decided on doing it vertical alongside the photo, and I really like that. It's so easy to get in a rut with your title placement or just certain things that you do, and just trying to do something different. And it doesn't have to be like doing a whole design or a whole different page, but just trying to change little things can keep your layouts looking a little bit fresher. So you are going to see me mess around with this green strip, and I don't know what the problem was. Like I said, this was done a little while ago, so I'm not sure what exactly my big problem was with this, but I ultimately trim off another piece of pattern paper and tuck it under, and all will be right with the world. So it's funny when you go back looking at some of these things back at the process video, trying to see what, it's often little things that just drive me mad, and I have to fix it just so. And when I'm looking back at it, I'm laughing at myself thinking, this is not rocket science. This is just, scrapbooking. Just, really? That piece does not even look any different, but it apparently is different at that time. So I'm going to go ahead and get things stuck down. I'm really loving the way that this layout is coming together. It, once I got the patterns backed behind the hearts, it was a fairly quick layout, and well, minus the sewing. The sewing was not quick about this at all, but everything else about the layout was, and it just makes it nice to have something that comes together fairly easily. So I am going to take my staple or my tiny attacher and staple this heart onto the die cut. It says live a colorful life, and I just liked that all of the colors were represented, and it just it's a nice general saying and felt like it went well with this. So I am going to ultimately use one of the buttons, and I decided that I'm going to use the pink button, which is not on the layout right now. I chose this Wonderful Day puffy sticker, and I really liked it because it gave that pop of pink that was just in a couple of the pattern papers, and this is how I like to bring like a little splash of color. So that's it for me today. I've got some close-ups at the end. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.